Alright, hello everybody, this is Starman. Welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas, I Am the Doctor. Well, we're here on the back porch of Helios 1, our crew of misfits gathered around us, and there in the distance is the backside of Black Mountain, which is our goal for this video. We are going to attempt to try and reach it climbing up the back way, which is difficult but not impossible, before we go through it the right way, which will be made ludicrously easy with our team here, I think. But before we go, quick little conversation with everyone.
What's up?
Because I think we got some new conversation options.
A lifetime supply of fancy lad snack cakes, revenge against my enemies, and world peace. In that order.
So tell us, Felicia, have you heard of a guy named Benny?
Sure. He's one of the hotel managers on the Strip. He comes up in the news now and then. Him and the other chairman run the Tops. It's one of the nicer hotels. Or so I hear. Elder McNamara wouldn't shell out for a passport for me, so I've actually never been to the Strip. Why do people get so cheap when they get old?
And yes, we can ask her questions and get answers like, I was young and needed the money. JT, of course, will not speak to us.
Hope you didn't mind the big kiss.
And we have the option of, oh no, I didn't like leaving more than friends. I'm flattered, but I'd like to stay friends with you. Which, we are going to be a proper doctor and not pursue the romance options.
Okay, I'll be sure to save all my affection for special occasions.
And you say something about trading? But it does note that just being friends with Willow has its rewards.
I'd like to do some trading. Do you think we could do that?
Sure, where do you want to go? Or, no, I don't want to take you shopping, that sounds boring.
When I was at the Mojave Outpost, I talked to Major Knight about where I should go. He gave me 3 names.
Okay.
Great! It has been too long since I've been to a trader.
That's for me, isn't it?
I have another present for you. I found it. I'd love to hear how much you liked it, or didn't. So, come back and tell me, okay?
So she gives me a hula girl.
Yes,
You definitely chose the right kind of thing, thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad you liked it. I have something else I found that I think you might like too. Here. Would you like to see my collection, finally? I keep talking about it, but still haven't shown it to you.
And she gave me a comic book, so I'm immediately reconsidering the romance option. And turns out that she has some Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle caps. Which I can take, but fair being fair, I think we'll give her the extra wig, which gives a bonus to barter, of all things.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, so now getting there from here may be a bit tricksy, as I don't recall there being a gap in the fence along this way. But worst case scenario, where there's a will, there's a way. And I can wait an hour to get everybody over the fence with me. Now, I don't recall there being any beasties in this part of the desert to keep you from waltzing around. And that was way easier than I recall. Okay, well, let's see. I've got science and speech pretty well maxed out at this point, and on arms. I think we'll go ahead and start buff up medicine and repair a bit. Energy weapons a little more. Go ahead and put the rest in unarmed. And we get to choose some perks. Let's see, in Shining Armor. Damage threshold against energy weapons while wearing any metal armor or reflective eyewear. Confirmed Bachelor, not so much. Lady Killer, not so much. Entrance Training, we can boost that. Comprehension, we should have taken this earlier, but... yeah, none of these really fit the Doctor. Terrifying Present Techno. Fight the Power. Well, Anti-Authority, but not so much. Piercing Strike. Makes all of your unarmed and melee weapon attacks negate 15 points of damage threshold. Sounds likely, or robotics perk. You may now do additional 25% damage to any robot, being better sneaking up on a hostile robot undetected. And activating will let you put that robot into a permanent shutdown state. Neat, but sneaking up on robots is all but impossible, so I'm thinking Piercing Strike. Okay, so we cannot actually climb up this far, but come to think of it, when I tried this back route trick, I was doing it from the power plant down here and not from Helios there. And okay, we do have hostiles there. I think we may have actually found a back road away to, or a back road around to the Death Claws. Or the Super Mutants. We'll go ahead and save here. Okay, the rats are going up, so I'm pretty sure this is Super Mutant territory. And yet, this is definitely the path to Black Mountain. And I can see Eddie and everybody running around down there trying to get to me. And yep, you can just see them in the distance running around. And yeah, hey, this is the gully where I found the ranger station. Okay, let's see if we can go to Sloan from here.
Sloan? Ah, this is where the death claws are. We should leave now. That's nice of you.
Yeah, I think Willow is retroactively referring to me helping the wounded mole rat.
Uh-oh.
Well, scorpions we can handle. And we just had a map marker added, and there's a whole bunch of scorpions around here.
Come on. Good now.
And this is not where I was intending to head, but still a good stop. We'll have to head back this way eventually. Yes, Hidden Valley is another one of the points where
I've got your back.
you can cut through it to try and get through the mountains instead of going through the town that was destroyed by the Legion. But there are some things here we're going to... Yeah, here we go, find Neil's shack again. But this time, I think my speech should be enough. I can persuade Marcus to join us. Or, not Marcus, but the...
This is a dangerous place, human, especially for your kind. I suggest you turn back. There's nothing good waiting for you further on.
You seem friendly for a mutant.
Keep saying things like that and I won't be so friendly. Not every super mutant is a brain-damaged brute. Many of us are just as intelligent as basic humans, and the rest don't really have any choice in the matter, do they?
Sorry about that. No offense taken.
And none taken, since you apologized.
So what makes this a dangerous place?
You must have heard her radio broadcasts. Though why a human would follow her invitation here is beyond me, unless you didn't listen very closely. The voice on the radio belongs to Tabitha, the supreme commander of Black Mountain, or as she calls it, the state of Utopia. She took control of this place almost 2 years ago. The super mutants here do whatever she says, and she says humans are to be killed on sight. For years, Black Mountain was a peaceful community. Its leader, Marcus, broadcast an invitation to mutants throughout the wasteland. That's how I found Black Mountain. So did others, most of them second-generation mutants. Marcus welcomed everyone. That was his mistake. The community ended up being mostly second-gen, not very bright, but easy to influence. Fine until the Nightkin came along, led by Tabitha. In a week, she had most of the second gens thinking she was some kind of prophet, and that she should be broadcasting her truth, not Marcus. Marcus saw what was coming and decided to leave before things got out of hand. He smashed the radio and left to found Jacobstown.
You say Marcus smashed the radio not very well, apparently.
There's a sad story behind that. Marcus smashed it just fine, but while we were gone, some ghoul named Raoul came along. Tabitha turned him into her personal mechanic. A slave, really. See, if I'd been standing down here, I could have warned him before it was too late.
So why are you here instead of Jacobstown?
Marcus sent me here a couple of months ago to check on Black Mountain. I suppose you could say I came here as a spy. But with no signs of Tabitha's weakening and none of the second gens ready to revolt or to come to Jacobstown, there wasn't much I could do. Down here, on the other hand, I've saved a dozen mutants from heading up the mountain. It's not much, but it's something. I have my own reasons to stay away from Jacobstown for a while. Reasons we won't be discussing. So I've stayed here.
Tell me about the Nightkin.
The Nightkin are vicious in combat, and that's if you see them coming. Most don't. They were created to be soldiers and given devices to camouflage them in battle. Unfortunately, the devices drove most of them mad over time. They spend most of their time at the top of the mountain, but patrol the roads after dark as well. You do well to avoid the mountain at night.
Okay. What's Jacobstown?
The opposite of Black Mountain. A stable community of mutants, mostly, led by a mentally stable leader. Humans are welcome there, so long as they behave themselves. Look northwest of Red Rock Canyon if you want to find it.
And map at it. What's the trouble?
The road is a series of switchbacks up to the peak. There are 3 blockades plus patrols. Sneaking past them would be difficult. Just before the peak is a kind of shanty village. More second gens there. And then there's Tabitha's compound, heavily guarded by her Nightkin.
What if you had some help?
Help would improve the odds. Help might just make the difference. All right, if you're good enough at what you do to meet me in the village up near the peak, we can talk further. I'll have a plan by the time I see you, if I see you. Good luck. It's gonna be a lot harder for you to get up there than it will be for me.
Yeah, well, I kind of got up there already, but, just for appearance's sake, we are going to run through this the traditional way. Gecko steak here. And oh, hey, Nightkin. Yeah, somehow between the sensors and my companions, I don't think I'm going to have much trouble with the ambushes, although it looks like some NCR trooper tried coming through here. I got all of those. And hey, this shortcut looks familiar. Yeah, I just managed to two-punch a brute. And they said unarmed focus was a bad idea. Hello, there's a gate. I'll mark that as something to explore for later. Because it's getting dark and I'd really rather not test that whole being out here at night thing any more than I have to. They've got flamethrowers. Oh, now the VATS kicks in. And just for comedy value, I was trying to talk to Willow, but who is wearing her sunglasses at night?
Afraid? Ha! You want to give me something heavy to carry, don't you?
Now, I can't guarantee that she's going to use it, but I think I trust her slightly more than Veronica handling a gigantic flamethrower. here we are, third time around. Okay, so yeah, the point where we meet up with Neil is just east of us. And I now have radiation poisoning.
Radiation. Great.
Luckily, okay, and they got something. Oh, whoop! Wait, no, that's my
I'm
contact.
surprised to see you made it. I'm ready to get started if you are.
Let's do it.
Here's the plan. The gate to Tabitha's compound is guarded by several Nightkin, all of them using devices that make them invisible. I'm going to draw them away from the gate by telling them I spotted an intruder in the village. Then you slip in.
Okay, I can make that work.
Good luck.
Yes, it'll work just fine as long as you are not caught on stuff. And my companions are not spotted. Yeah, well, who wants to live forever? And Morocco's on fire, like it ain't no thing.
I've done what I can. The rest is up to you, human.
Okay, well, that is plenty, given I accidentally attacked you, and you've handled that with phenomenal good grace. Ah, rocket launcher. Nightkin sniper. With a missile launcher named Annabelle. First try. And there's a bunch of logs here, which, given the late hour, filming this, and more logs. You know what? I had been hoping to get through this in one chapter, but my efforts to show all the ways to get up Black Mountain and document everything seem to have come back and bit me on that. So, we'll go ahead and stop this chapter here, and next time we will continue with what is on these journals in these computers. We will see you next time.